Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, whether you're 100 or only just able to walk. You are watching One Piece Pirate Warrior 3 with Blade Shatter. So, we're playing this on the PS4. For those that do not know, this is an anime based, well, it's a game based on the anime, set in smaller parts per thingy. If I remember right, it's mainly each saga into its own little game. So we're going to get straight ahead. I've got it on easy. Yeah, I've got it on easy. So as we go through the game, I'll explain.
この世のすべてを手に入れた男、ゴールド・ロジャー。彼の死に際に放った一言は、人々を海に駆り立てたという。グランドラインの果てにあるというワンピース。その宝を狙い、世界中の海賊が海へと乗り出した。人々はロマンを追い求める。世はまさに大海賊時代。
お前なんかが海賊になれるか。
なる。俺はいつかこの一味にも負けない仲間を集めて世界一の財宝を見つけて海賊王になってや
おお、俺たちを超えるのか。じゃあこの帽子をお前に預ける。俺の大切な帽子だ。いつかきっと返しに来い。立派な海賊になってな。怒りを上げろ。王を張れ。出発だ。
そして少年の冒険は10年後のこの場所から始まる。10年後。
いやー、今日は船出日和だな。まずは仲間集めだ。10人は欲しいな。よっしゃー、行くぞー。海賊王に俺はなる。
Well, sorry about that. I forgot there was a cutscene straight into the game. So yeah, as I was saying, I'll try and explain everything. This will be 100% walkthrough. Well, I won't say 100%, about 98%, because to get 100% on this game, you need to get every character to level 100. I think it is 100, on top of doing everything else. And if I remember right, to get every character up to the max level, it takes about 16 hours of pure game time. I did nearly do this, but I ended up deleting my save by accident, so I haven't been on it since. So I thought, get back into YouTubing and start this game straight off the bat. So for those of you who have played this game, you'll understand what it's about and that. I advise you, if you've never watched One Piece, go watch it before you come and watch this, because this will spoil the story, unless you don't want to sit there and watch all 700 episodes that are out, and you just want a quick briefing on what's happened up to the point where the new episodes are out. So, starting off, we've got the prologue, episode 1, Romance Dawn. So I'll leave that there for you to read. Okay. And then, yeah, if you don't have enough time to read it, then you can always pause the video. But there's no point in me sitting here reading it out, because you'll probably get sick of my voice more than you'll already do by the end of it. So yeah. After the intro, I guess you've already realised the game is in Japanese, and no, you cannot put it to English. I've already tried. So for you people that can't read the subtitles as fast, I'm sorry. But for those people who can read subtitles or speak Japanese, then you guys will be alright. Me, I've had a lot of practice because I watch quite a lot of animes in Japanese with English subtitles, so it don't really bother me anymore. I do it now mainly without even realising it. And after I've watched an episode, I generally think back and think I've just sat there and watched it in English. So, because it's in Japanese, for those who can't read the subtitles quick enough, when it's like this, I'll slow it down, give it a bit of time in between so you can read it. But for when it's in game and you're trying to read it, I wouldn't. They don't really say much, but I will sit here and explain as much of it as I can. And as well as that, I'll try and explain the story for those who haven't gone and watched the episodes yet and are just looking for a quick briefing on what's happening, or a quick knowing to what One Piece actually is about. So I'll just let you catch up with this, let you read this and get into the actual game. So here we have it. This is the main menu. So for those who don't understand already what's going on, the boy in the straw hat is Straw Hat Luffy. He wanted to become a pirate when he was young, along with his two brothers, which you'll learn more about them further through the game. So he set out when he turned 16 and come across a pirate ship, which it doesn't tell you about in the game, with a captain called Avida. A crew tried taking a barrel that he was hiding in that got stowed on the ship, and he broke out and defeated Alvida and her crew, and left with a boy named Kobe who wants to become a marine. So you end up on this shore where the infamous pirate hunter Zoro is, chained up. You'll also find out, I think you'll also find out why he's chained up if it weren't already in there. If not, I'll explain at the end. I'll probably just give a briefing of the whole episode at the end of the video. So let's get straight into it. So you've got Zoro on the field. Obviously, defeating condition is to fail to rescue Zoro. You got to defeat the Marines to head to Zoro. So starting here, you got your battle preparations, which you won't unlock in this one. You can have a look at what enemies you're fighting and who you got on your team. The legend. This is what you need to do, all of this to get 100% as well. So I've got it on easy, but to get it all, you need S rank, which needs to be normal or above. But because you got to clear it on hard as well, I just find it easy to do it on hard. You can go do it on hard straight off the bat, but because Luffy's level 1, he won't be as strong as he would be when you get into level 50, when you can just sit there and run it through easily. So you got the completing it, which you'll get out of every time. You got to get an S rank on KOs and time, which time is easily enough. I don't think I've ever failed it. I don't think I've ever ended up under S rank. Obviously, your KOs are just how many enemies you killed. So for those people who have played like Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors, it's basically like that, but One Piece style. And then that is when you use like a super move, or you use your Kuzon state, which makes you faster and stronger. So then you've got to get the overall S rank, complete all treasure events, obviously do it on hard, get over 600 of them. So if you get that, you'll pretty much have that, I think. And then you got to defeat
a mystery person using your ultimate attack at the end, which in this case you will find out soon. So it's basically like this for everyone. The only thing difference is that one might change now and again, and the enemy you got to defeat will change to the ending boss of always. So you get an hour and a half to complete the mission. So then you got your treasure event, which will tell you what to do to get them, which unlocks a bit more into the story. So for treasure 1, you need to defeat all marine captains before they can reach someone, and then destroy all the something. So like I said, it will be 100%, so I will, if it's not already shown in video, I will make a video at the end doing them all. So the chances are I might just leave all the treasure events till the end and do them all in one bulk so everyone can see how to get them. Then you got your player info, so you can see what moves you've got, and the hints, which will tell you what everything is. And then the skill posters will unlock in the later date of the game. So let's get started. Alright, so like I said, it's like Thingy, Dynasty Warriors, games like that where you just fight a load of enemies. It's mainly a button basher. You press the same 2 buttons in different combo styles doing different moves. So at the beginning you will be quite weak and it will be annoying, but as you get up, Luffy becomes one of the strongest people in the game, along with a load of others. I will do a video on showing you a mission with all the playable characters, but there's a lot more characters that you can't play as well, which that makes the 100% even harder, because you'll have to sit there and grind that one person all the time just to get their level up. So Luffy's come to rescue Zoro, even though Zoro's told him he don't want to be rescued because he wants to make it through this deal that he made with a guy called Helmeppo. So I'm not going to go too slow. Like I said, if you want to read it, then you'd have to pause the video. But like I said, at the end of the video I will summarize everything up so you'd understand. So, or I might even do it as we're going along. So basically that little text there was Zoro telling Luffy to go away, but obviously Luffy being Luffy, that you'll learn throughout the game, he's stubborn and doesn't do anything unless he wants to do it. So even though Zoro's nickname is the Pirate Hunter, Luffy still wants him to join his pirate crew. So when I first started watching One Piece, I was actually halfway watching Naruto, and I ended up giving up watching Naruto to watch all of these. I ended up watching nearly 600 episodes in 2 weeks. I was that hooked to it. So for those who haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it. It's an amazing anime. It's good fights, but the problem is that it's still not fully finished. So when you get up to the newer episodes, you will be waiting like I am. So I normally leave it a few months, let them catch up with a few episodes and sit there and watch a bulk. So it makes it more fun, and I don't need to sit there each week and get bored, or watch an epic episode and then have to sit there and wait a week or something. So the game does get a bit tedious near the end because it's all the same stuff. Like, the campaign's good. Like I said, I've watched the anime twice now. I'm on my second view of it, and I've done this game a whole way through, as well as the Dream Island, which I will be doing. I won't be doing all the Dream Island. I'll do a bit of it, because obviously you don't want to sit there and watch me do over 100 different islands. So unless you want me to, then if you want me to, just leave in the comments that you want to sit there and watch, because I don't mind running all of them just to show you how to do them all, because a few of them actually become hard if you don't do it right, and sometimes things happen that you don't want to happen, stuff like that. Yeah, well, it's all fun. Like I said, it's a brilliant anime. Go watch it.
この守備を強化しとけ。あそこには貴重な海図があるからな。
So you don't need to sit here and fight every guard because they just keep respawning anyway. But you do want to try and take out as many captains as possible. I do think they give you more XP than others. So that's a treasure event. If you go to the question mark and do it, you will trigger a side event. You don't do nothing, it's just a video. But man, get out my way. Yeah, you don't have to do them, but like I said, if you want the 100%, you do. So here we go.
ロロノアツオル、貴様の強さなど俺の権力の前にはカス同然だ。構えろ。
俺はこんなところで死ぬわけにはいかねえんだ。あいつの分まで強くなる。天国まで名前が届くように。世界一強い大剣豪になると約束したんだ。だからこんなところでくたばるわけには。一体何者なんだ。
俺は海賊王になる男だ。ほら、お前の宝物どれだ？
三本とも俺のさ。俺は三刀流なんで。
ここで俺と一緒に海軍と戦えば政府に盾つく悪党だ。このまま死ぬのとどっちがいい？
てめえは悪魔の息子かよ。まあいい。ここでくたばるくらいならなってやろうじゃねえか。海賊に。
So, Luffy's first crew member, Roronoa Zoro. So basically, what happened there was Axan Morgan is the commander of this outpost, and he became a tyrant with power. His men was afraid of him, and no one in the town liked him, but no one could say anything against him, otherwise he killed them. So he saw weakness as weakness and killed anyone who was weak. And if you haven't already realised, yes, Luffy can stretch. He can dodge bullets, because in the world of One Piece, things are real like that. No, I'm joking. No, I don't know if it explains through the game, but if not, I'll just explain here. So in the world of One Piece, there are 6 seas, as well as a place called the Calm Belt. You've got East Blue, South Blue, North Blue, and West Blue, I think it was. I didn't say. So you got North, East, South and West Blue. Then you have the Grand Line and the New World. Luffy comes from East Blue, and you don't really get to see the other blues. I don't know if you will in later episodes or something, but at the minute we've seen a bit of South Blue, I think it was. You will learn about that in the not in a few more episodes in, but yeah. And in this world there are fruits called devil fruits that give anyone who eats them unbelievable power. Some can be good and useful, and then you get some that are just damn right stupid, and I don't know why people would eat them. but you don't know the power of the devil fruit you've eaten until you've ate it, and you can't get rid of it without dying. For those greedy people who are sat there right now going, why don't people just eat more than one? Hence the name, the devil fruit. Anyone who eats more than one dies a terrible death for being greedy for power. But those who do eat it also do pay a price. Those who eat the devil fruit become cursed, and they say the sea hates them, so you lose the ability to swim. So for those who eat it, which is mainly pirates and marines, for pirates to eat it, you'd think quite a stupid thing, since they're on the sea a lot. That's why they tend to have a mixed crew of devil fruit users and normal people, so the normal people can save the ones that fall in, which Luffy tends to fall in the water a fair few times. But there are multiple different types. I can't remember them all. I remember Logia. There's not paracetamol. Another one beginning with P, Zodiac, and the Logia type. You'll learn more about each as the game progresses. But I think Luffy comes under the one that begins with P, which, like I said, I can't remember the name. I will try and find out all of them for the next episode. So the videos are only going to be as long as each episode, just so we don't make it too long. Obviously this one's going to be a bit longer than all the others because of the intro and so. So once you've done all the challenges and that, you come here and then you fight Axam Morgan. So at this point he will be harder than normal to fight. Obviously not too hard, but still harder than it will be if you came on easy when you get Luffy to level 100. Because Luffy at level 100 and his max power, as well as being awakened, tends to kill most things in one hit. So, like I said, you can't get the S rank in KOs, times and that, so you'll only get A ranked, but you can get certain ones like completing it and the treasure events, but I didn't do the treasure events. Like I said, I will save that to the end. But there is one other one you can get no matter what difficulty you're on. If I can get up, beat him down a bit more because I don't want to fail this. There we go. So if you press R2, you go into your Kuzan Rush, which is a power used by both you and your companion. If you press circle in that mode, you do your ultimate attack. So that's how you get quite a lot of those question marks. So I think that's level 1 completed. So like I said, I skipped down quite fast. You'd have to pause quite fast to read that one. So there. So this guy now becomes the commander.
んでもなく悪やめてくだやったなこの
So, like I said, you'll have to just pause that quite fast here and there. Well, I'm gonna summer up the episode anyway, just so most of you don't need to do it, just because you will understand the story a bit more if you read it, but I will do my best to get as close as possible. So at the end of every episode it does that. So we got all A ranks. So if this was on hard, we probably would have got an S rank for the kills and the time, but I don't think we would have attained enough them marks to get S rank on there. So I come out at level 5, and then this is your legend. So I got 2 out of the 9, which isn't too bad. The first time I did it, I only got the 1. So if you're wondering who that girl is, we'll find out, but she's only in there because of what happened with one of the treasure events. So they all level up a bit. That level only goes to 5, whereas your actual player level goes to 50, and then when you awaken it goes to 100. So you get coins to upgrade their stuff. So you got to collect them exact coins to upgrade each part, which you do with every character. And then you get your belly. And then it unlocks free mode and online mode. Zoro can now be used in Dreamlog, and you've unlocked stuff in the gallery and the belly shop. Sorry for that squeaking, guys, it's my bed. It's not very good. So, to sum up that episode before the end of this episode. Shut up, go away. That's just telling you one line. So basically, Straw Hat Luffy washed up on a boat who was owned by a bunch of rich people having a party on, but he ended up being in a barrel, and they caught him thinking it was beer and put him in the kitchen. Along came a pirate ship pirated by the captain Alvida, an ugly woman, and I mean ugly, that ship should be tossed back into the depths of the ocean where it can never be seen again. Her crew raided the wealthy ship, gathering everything they could, and Kobe come across the kitchen and finding the barrel. A few minutes later, 3 of Alvida's crew came along and tried opening it, thinking it was beer to drink. Out pops Luffy, smacking one of them in the face, knocking him out cold, and the other 2 run off to Alvida and tell him. Luffy comes out. Kobe goes skits, telling him that Alvida's going to kill him. Luffy comes out, cutting that story a bit shorter than normal. He beats them all up, sends Alvida flying, and the crew abandons ship. In return, Luffy and Kobe set sail on a small boat. They end up coming to an island ruled by the tyrant Axe-Hand Morgan, and saving the pirate hunter Zoro from death. Which didn't tell you, he was basically eating a meal in a restaurant, and Helmeppo came in and with a dog. Helmeppo's dog attacked the woman who owned the bar's daughter. So the little girl hit the dog, telling it to go away. Helmeppo got mad, and Zoro stepped in instead and hit the dog flying. And him and Helmeppo made a deal that if he could survive 3 weeks without dying, he would let Zoro and the family go. But Helmeppo didn't want to agree and was going to kill Zoro in 2 weeks. So along came Luffy, saving him. In that point, also defeating Axe-Hand Morgan, saving the town. Kobe stays behind If you're wondering what happened at the end, why did Kobe hit Luffy? Kobe always wanted to become a Marine. So obviously after saving the town, the Marines thought that Kobe was part of Luffy's crew. So in return to trick the Marines, Luffy was about to tell him that Kobe was spent the last 3 years on a pirate ship. So Kobe hit him, Luffy hit him back, and the Marines told him to go. I know this is brief, but this video is already half an hour long, guys. So that's been basically the general thing. If you want to know the full story of everything, like I said, go watch the anime. So this is it for this episode, guys. Next time we'll be doing Buggy the Clown. So for now, I'll love you and I'll leave you. Goodbye.